Thank you very much. Please take your seats. I want to welcome you to the 2017 University of Nebraska High School graduation. I'm Barbara Shusha, and I'm the director of the high school. And on behalf of Principal McDermott and all of our staff and faculty, we're really excited to welcome you. We really appreciate that you're spending this time with us today because we are so happy to celebrate our students. It is our pleasure and our joy to work with the students throughout their high school career, but a day like today is especially exciting to celebrate the hard work that they have done. So I'm very pleased to tell you that the students with us today represent our entire graduating class this year of more than 150 students from across the world. And so we celebrate the students with us today, and we celebrate all of the students who have worked so hard for their accomplishment. You know, it's interesting, I was talking with this group before we came out, and there's such a diversity of interests and experience, but one thing I think that draws people together in this group is that they've all decided to work a little bit differently in high school. And sometimes that means they've worked a little bit harder in high school, I would say. And that's exciting because that is what positions them for success in the future. So the excitement for us as we celebrate them is knowing that they have achieved. They have met these requirements. They have worked hard for it. And now I told them today they have the easy part. They can sit here and be celebrated. But I would like to just impress upon you, though, when I talk about how excited we are for you, that's really true because we're all of us at the high school doing the work that we love. It's our great pleasure to work in this field. And I have to thank the entire staff of the high school, everyone who's here today, and all of our faculty for caring as much about these students as I do and as much about the students as you do. So one thing to take away from that is you might feel sometimes in life that you're working alone or on your own, but there are always people pulling for you. There are always people who want the best for you. So keep that in mind with whatever you might face in life. And then the other piece of advice, because I'm now getting, I say old and curmudgeonly, I like to give advice to the youth, but the other piece of advice I would say is today, breathe. Everyone take a nice deep breath in. This is a lovely ceremony, and it should be ceremonial because you should mark this day. You should absolutely not think of this as just any other day. This is you achieving something, the first of many, many, many accomplishments, I'm sure, in life, very much like this. But don't take it as another day. Take a moment to be proud of yourself. And do that throughout your life, actually. You'll always have opportunities to celebrate. So with that, I would like to welcome you again and invite you to attend to our speaker today. So I'm very pleased that we have Mr. Derek Nero with us from the University of Nebraska, Omaha, the Department of Education. And it was my great pleasure earlier this year to hear him present to the Nebraska Association of the Gifted. And what I appreciated was his enthusiasm for young people challenging themselves. I mean, we're all enthusiastic about young people. We all love to learn because I will admit to you, we're all sort of nerds at the University of Nebraska High School. We love to learn, it matters to us, so we get excited about that. But what I really enjoyed listening to him about was the challenge aspect. And so get ready for him to challenge you, because you will be challenging yourself throughout your life, and you shouldn't ever shy away from that. So thanks again for being with us and letting us celebrate you. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Derek Nero.
Good afternoon to each of you. The accomplished 2017 graduating class of University of Nebraska High School, your family and friends, and administration and staff of UNHS. It is my honor to be here sharing this wonderful hard-earned moment with you. Given this is a graduation ceremony, which a lot of times is referred to as a commencement, and oftentimes, you say it's graduation, a commencement, but the word itself actually means a beginning or a start. So even though you finished one thing, is actually a beginning or a start to something else. I am privileged to charge you, each of you, to begin to start to serve humanity. You are not deterred from your immediate or 5-year plan. I heard someone talking about they're going to travel the world and do these different things. I know one of you have to get on a plane tomorrow and head back. But keep in mind about serving humanity. Do consider, strongly consider, how your immediate or 5-year plan involves your contribution to humanity. Your job, your certifications you're going to earn, and/or all the degrees you will probably earn will aid you in your ability to provide for yourself and/or your loved ones. But how will you aid humanity, whether it's one person or hundreds of others? Now, being the educator that I am, and I don't want you all to just sit there, you're my class for a moment. Okay, so I want you to think about it, and you too as well. You're still in it. You haven't gotten your diplomas yet. All right. I want you to take a moment and think of the greatest invention. The greatest invention. All right. So someone from the audience, raise your hand and say it out loud. Yes. Electricity. Someone else. Language. Printing press. Someone from over here. What you got? Mountain Dew. All right. Nice. From the front row here, greatest invention. Yes.
Internet.
The internet. All right.
The wheel.
The wheel. All right. Back row. Yes. Electricity, and someone else from the back row? I'm looking at you. You made eye contact with me. Come on. Modern transportation. All of those are great inventions. I mean, what would life be without them? We're not here to say which one is, quote unquote, the better. We're not going to get into who's better, Taylor Swift or Beyonce, LeBron or Michael. All right. But all of them have their purpose. All of them have served humanity. And the 3 I'm going to go with, actually 2 of them have been mentioned. So kudos and kudos. All right. The 3 I'm going to go with are the printing press, public education itself, and the internet. But I want you to think about this. What about the knife? All right. The knife has several purposes, right? I mean, we may think of, weapon or something like that, but self-defense. It helps us if you're out and you hunt and you have to dress down your catch or whatever. Also in the medical field, a knife, a scalpel, so on. Consider also indoor plumbing. I'm pretty sure none of you would want to go without your indoor plumbing. All right, from the outhouse to bidets, I think we've done a great thing as humanity with indoor plumbing. All right, electricity in the sense of its generation and its distribution, how we get it and how we create it and get it to people. The nerd in me, I like to say the International Space Station. Now, please consider, it's been up there for about 20 years now, and we've been keeping people alive inside, in space, for over 15 years, continuously. Someone's been in there the entire time, at one time or another. So I think that's an amazing achievement by humankind. So the printing press. Circa 1440, the Gutenberg printing press, okay, allowed for knowledge to be disseminated 100 to even 1,000 times for people of the same amount of time that maybe only a few tens of books would get printed. Back then, before the Gutenberg print press, they had the stamp press and so on, and you also had scribes who would have to sit down, just imagine, and copy a book over and over and over. But due to the printing press, we were able to produce books in mass. Okay? Therefore, household families were able to have a book or even start a library in their own home. Publications, journals, and newspapers for all to be able to flourish because of the printing press. Going back to public education, looking back to its earliest days of true free public education, we're looking at about 1750, all right, so a span of about 300 years or so, made it possible for families that were not fortunate enough through their lineage the societal status, or economic means to have access to private or religious education institutions to attain an education for their children that will provide means to improve their possibilities to sustain themselves and or their families. It really meant a lot. And I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I've always been in an inner city, and moving to Nebraska has really helped me to have an appreciation for public education. I would almost say I took it for granted growing up just in the inner city, but as I've traveled this state and been to some of the smaller towns out west Nebraska and so on, and you have like truly entire communities relying on that one building, that one school, it truly puts it into perspective how important public education is. Also, the internet, circa 1990, seemed like it's been around forever, but it's only been since the 90s, is a global superhighway of information dissemination, commerce, and discovery. It's only fitting that the internet now encompasses both the printing press, in a sense, as well as public education, which is proof of these graduates here. These three, the printing press, public education, and the internet, have all made a substantial impact on humanity. Those who have invented it, contributed to it, and utilized these three have had the vision of humanity's potential. Individually, our potential is fulfilled when we are given opportunities, we are given the proper means, and mindfully supported in our goals. Therefore, in return, we should do the same for others. You have seen how you have benefited from opportunities that are presented to you, the means that have been provided, and the support, as you see out here in the crowd, that you've had in order to reach your goals. As a high school student, myself, at a highly competitive magnet school in New Orleans, numerous opportunities were available to me, along with the most current educational tools and deeply caring and supportive faculty and administration for me and my peers to help us make our success possible. As an electrical engineer, which I did before going into education, when I was getting my degree, there was college student organizations and a paid internship, which I had, that helped make my success through college possible. It was then that I realized I had to start giving back. I began tutoring youth that were at risk of failure in both school and society. As a practicing engineer, I had mentors and colleagues that guided me for the good of the company, but more honestly, for my own benefit. They truly wanted the best for me. Therefore, I pushed even harder in working with youth. Eventually, I decided to transition from engineering to education for that express reason. And whereas I was one engineer doing a job in a sense, I have the opportunity now to touch more people and help them to reach their goals as an educator. I decided to take on that opportunity to expose, educate, and empower many others to explore and take on STEM careers. And STEM careers are science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And even in reading the bios, the majority of the careers that they're going to go into fall within those categories. I have taught hundreds of elementary and secondary, undergraduate and graduate students the wonderful challenge of engineering education, not just as a course, but in engineering's truest purpose of addressing society's need. I'm pretty sure all of us have heard, necessity is the mother of invention. Engineers make the solution of a concern, the need, real. Therefore, engineering education focuses on problem solving through a means of critical thinking and a systems process. And one thing I would like to add, also being here in Nebraska, I do work with Kiewit Corporation, I do work with HDR, architects and engineers, and it's so neat when I meet with their engineers and their project managers and their architects, and I start talking like, what led you to become an engineer, an architect? The majority of the engineers, I would say literally about 8 out of 10, they all say the same thing. I grew up on a farm. I would tinker, I would help dad fix the combine, I would do this, I would do that. And that's that problem solving, that critical thinking ability that any and all engineers have. But all successful people have it. I truly believe we all have an engineer in us. It's just a matter of like, do we tap into it? Because we all problem solve on a daily basis. We all fix things on a daily basis. Whether or not it works, but we attempt to fix things on a daily basis. So, as Barb already said, I will challenge you, okay? So what's a challenge? What is something that concerns you? What is something that affects you? What is something that affects those around you? Here at UNHS, they address the challenge of how to provide a quality education in the non-traditional format to those local and abroad. They provide opportunity, means, and support. Each of you have learned how to benefit from opportunity, utilize your means, and trust in your support. Once again, consider doing that for others. So, as I leave you, I want you to think, I know you have your immediate goals, where you're going to go to school, what you're going to major in, things of that nature. But if given an opportunity, if you're not already doing so, and even if you are, do more so. Think about how you can reach out to others. And once again, you don't have to take on the world, you don't have to solve the world's problems, but think about how you can make an impact on humanity. So enjoy your achievement today, enjoy all of your future achievements. Let each achievement serve as fertile soil for the seed for someone else's achievement. Expose, educate, and empower others to fulfill their potential. University of Nebraska High School graduating class of 2017, I commend your accomplishment today. And I wish you from the bottom of my heart and the very best in life and in all your endeavors. Thank you for this opportunity to address you on this wonderful day and serve humanity.
Thanks, Derek, and I appreciate that message of serving humanity. It's something that we all should think about more, and reminds me of, just about anybody can reach back and help somebody and pull them forward, and I think that that's part of that message, so thank you for that. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hugh McDermott, principal at the University of Nebraska High School, and I am thrilled and pleased to be here to be able to acknowledge you, our distinguished members of 2017 UNHS graduating class, and family and friends. And as Barbara mentioned, I'd also like to take a minute to recognize any of our great working staff, our teachers and other support people. And so of those folks that are working for UNHS, if you would please stand up for a minute and be acknowledged. We have a great staff, and as Barbara mentioned, we love our work. And our teachers are scattered all over the place, and it's kind of fun to work with people that are in different locations all the time. But know that, as we mentioned, that this is a larger class. We have about 143 students located all over the world, 77 of them representing over 22 of the United States, and then approximately 66 international student graduates who are representing over 24 international countries. And one of the reasons that some of those numbers vary is it's varying all the time. That's one of the fun things about this. We also know that some of our graduates this year live very far away from Nebraska. In fact, we have students in South Korea, which is a mere 6,294 miles from us. We have some from Taiwan, 7,200 miles from us. And as far as we can tell, some from Swaziland, which is in southeastern Africa, a mere 9,500 miles away from us. And so I'd like to give a shout out to all of those UNHS graduates and their family members who are watching our live stream coverage of this special event. Or they might watch it at a more decent hour in their own locale. But we are very proud of the diversity of our students, both culturally and geographically, and we consider that a strength of our program. Graduates, as your principal, I want to thank you for all you have accomplished in reaching this day and this rite of passage. gaining your high school diploma. It's a big thing. I'm sure you're happy to now have completed your last Teacher Connect activity, your last unit evaluation, your last project, and your last progress test. Yippee. But guess what? There's more of them down the road. I do hope that you recognize the very importance of earning your high school diploma. It is a key to boundless opportunities that are awaiting you. And it's your security code that will open all types of employment and life options. And your diploma is also a key to a fascinating world of fast-paced opportunities, some of which you have dreamed about and you'll be participating in, and others that you're not even aware of yet. We believe the UNHS diploma represents high-quality courses, and that your success is taking and passing those courses will ensure that you will do well in most any future educational setting that you choose to undertake. We believe that you're ready for this next step, whatever direction it may take you. Now, if you think about it, your high school experience can be pictured as a page or a chapter in the ever-growing book of you. This book has lots of chapters yet to be written by you, but as you reflect on this page or this chapter of your own personal book, consider giving thanks to those individuals who supported and encouraged you to keep moving forward in your studies. Thank those individuals who see in you the great potential you have and who were and are your biggest fans, cheerleaders, and supporters. Remember that we all succeed with the help of someone, whether it's a best friend, a parent, a grandparent, or other influencer in our life. Today is exciting and it's thrilling and even a bit scary as to what you will do from this day forward. And I would say this is a day of joy and happiness with great anticipation of the unknown ahead. Now is the time to really give some thought on what you want to do as part of your next step in life, your next chapter. Our world is smaller and more connected than we ever imagined it would be. And I would ask that you reflect on two questions right now. What are the needs and the opportunities around you that interest you? And what problems do you want to solve? You have the power to make a difference, not only within your circle of friends and your community, but much further, perhaps worldwide. I want you to know that we did not give you this diploma. You earned your diploma and this portion of your formal education. Hold your head high, as no one can ever take your educational accomplishments away from you. No one. And as one common South African man who went on to become an uncommon world leader by the name of Nelson Mandela once said, and I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which can be used to change the world," unquote. So go out there and do that. Change the world, but change the world for the better by giving the world your added value, your vibrant energy, your self-worth, your integrity, and your good character. We're anxious to see how you write the book of you. And at this time, I'd like to make the following proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, as the principal of the University of Nebraska High School, and in accordance with the policies and procedures issued by the University of Nebraska High School, the UNHS members of the class of 2017 have completed all the graduation requirements established by UNHS in accordance with the University of Nebraska Board of Regents, the Nebraska State Department of Education, and the accreditation approval of advanced ed, and are here this afternoon on the 16th of June in the year 2017 to receive their diploma at this time. So I'm now going to read each name and ask that you come forward and shake hands with our director, Ms. Shusha, then with me as you receive your diploma, and then allow us the honor of having our picture taken with you before returning to your seat. So we'll start first. Trevin Adkins. This is a fun part. Liberty Allen. Okay, thanks. Alana Anderson. Emma Bolke. Dylan Christian.
Not really. Thank you very much. Thank you. There he is.
Camille Clemon. Spencer Hokett. Brittany Hollister Berry. Leah Jensen. Naomi Lohr. Nicholas Neeson. Hannah Olson. Na Pham. Morgan Ramey. Adam Watkins. Now, I would like to ask the members of the 2017 graduating class to please stand. And at this time, to move your tassel from the left side to the right side of your cap. You are now an official UNHS graduate, class of 2017, so congratulations. Please be seated. Go ahead and be seated. So at this time, I'd like to tell you a few things about each of our graduates. So I'd like to ask that each of them come forward and stand by me when I call their name. Then, once I have acknowledged all of them, it's been a tradition at our graduation ceremony to allow each of our graduates to come up to the microphone and, if they would like, have an opportunity to share with us a few words of reflection. And it's only if they're inclined to do so. So it's totally voluntarily. Sometimes students can acknowledge those that are close to them that have helped them to get to this achievement. Or they might want to share with us what they're planning to do in this next year or this next week. So graduates, be thinking about whether or not you want to share a few words with us, and it is totally optional. Okay, let's start with Trevin Atkins. Trevin will take his passion for soccer and his dedicated work ethic to Santa Monica College in Los Angeles this fall. He's going to be playing competitive soccer, and he's been doing competitive soccer since the age of 5. And it's taught him discipline and dedication. 2 concepts he was able to exercise while at UNHS. He will continue to make use of his skills when he joins Santa Monica College to play soccer, collegiate soccer, and while he pursues a major in film production. So Trevin, we wish you the best with all of your endeavors, and we are confident that you will continue to work hard to achieve your goals at the next level. Happy graduation. Liberty Allen. Be yourself, says Liberty, and her creative pursuits in the fine arts allow her to be just that. Liberty expresses herself through the many forms of art that she engages in, such as drawing, painting, and digital art. She also loves to sing and act on stage. We're on a stage. Her interest in the arts started when she was a child, so it's no surprise that she's choosing to study visual communication and design at the University of Nebraska, Kearney, this fall. Liberty feels that UNHS prepared her more than a traditional high school setting for her college experience. She loved both the variety and the challenging nature of the courses offered by UNHS. We are confident you will continue to be your creative self throughout your college career. Congratulations to you, Liberty. Alana Anderson. Alana loves musical theater and says she's learned both teamwork and individuality from pursuing it. Alana enjoyed UNHS because she wanted a flexible school so that she had more time for her training. And she says, "I learned that just because you take an unconventional path doesn't mean it's the wrong path." Great words. She likes to take things at her own pace and encourages others to not judge difference harshly, but rather embrace it. Alana plans to travel with a group called Up With People, I think that starts in July,
Yes.
during a gap year after graduation, and then go on to college where she will continue to study musical theater and hopefully one day teach it to others. Alana, it sounds like you have an exciting life planned for yourself, and we too are excited to see where your pursuits will lead you. Congratulations. Emma Bolke. It's no secret that Emma has a knack for creativity, which is evident through her pursuits of dancing and sewing. Not only have both of these passions been a creative outlet for her, but they've also helped her develop self-discipline, a skill she's been able to use while being a student at UNHS. She plans on taking a gap year and then hopes to start dance studies at the University of Roehampton, which is located in the United Kingdom, for her undergraduate program, and then on to the City University of London for postgraduate study. Emma would eventually like to earn a master's degree in library science. By being a student with UNHS, Emma learned how to schedule her time and stay focused on assignments without strict deadlines. She really enjoyed the freedom of studying when and how she learned and wanted to. Now, I was fortunate to be Emma's principal twice, middle school at Irving Middle School, and now as a high school student. So thanks for that honor. All of us at UNHS hope that you make lasting memories during your time studying in the UK. And congratulations to you. Dylan Christian. You just don't know what I'm going to read, do you? Dylan enjoys reading, spending time with family and friends, and sports, particularly baseball and hockey and golf. He enjoys his extracurricular activities because they allow him to learn new things and because they challenge his mind. The flexibility of UNHS gave Dylan the ability to take care of his health and his health needs while also getting a quality education. And he learned time management skills, and he learned that family helped him to succeed. His advice to others is to create a timeline and stick to it, and to set goals for yourself. Excellent advice, Dylan. Dylan has started taking classes at Southeast Community College and plans to eventually transfer to the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, and ultimately, he'd like to become a secondary science or history teacher. Dylan, when you get that teaching certificate, who knows, maybe one day you might be teaching for us. Dylan, you should be proud of yourself and your accomplishments, and we wish you continued success in your future. I will at the end. After I get through everybody. Yes. Camille Clemen. Hi, Camille. Camille has an appetite for adventure that she experiences through her travels. She chose UNHS because it gave her the opportunity to expand her education beyond the traditional four walls of a regular high school. Camille liked being able to work at her own pace. She also came to realize that everyone learns differently, and that's okay to do so. She advises other students to stay focused and study hard, no matter how difficult the subject matter may be. And beyond UNHS, Camille plans to study criminology online through the University of Nebraska, Omaha. Camille, we hope your travels give you the adventure you desire and we hope that college offers you yet another exciting adventure that will benefit you for a lifetime. Congratulations again. You're welcome. Spencer Hokett. Spencer's various interests all have one thing in common: the value of creative storytelling, whether that's through music, video games, or writing. Spencer will combine these interests as he propels into his college career at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, and he strives to be an author who is proficient in computer science. UNHS gave Spencer an academic home and the ability to pursue his interests, all while being part of a military family. It also allowed him to take courses that piqued his interest and to learn self-discipline. From all of us at UNHS, we wish you the best in turning your interest into a successful career someday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brittany Hollister Berry. This is a quote from Brittany. "Follow your dreams and don't ever let anyone hold you back," unquote. And we're confident that she will continue to do just that. UNHS was a good fit for Brittany because she went to live on a boat down in Florida, and though she says online schooling was quite challenging, she encourages other students to stay in school and get their education as well. Brittany enjoys singing, drawing, and dancing, and plans on getting a job after graduation and going to college, where she will complete her general education requirements first and then decide what she wants to pursue after that. Brittany, you have a bright future ahead of you, and we can't wait to see where it will take you. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Leah Jensen. "Use your time wisely," says Leah. And we know she must do this well because she found time to participate in both daily physical exercise and artistic activities while also balancing her academics. Leah tells us she enjoys both painting and exercising and finds it rewarding to spend time working out every day. She liked UNHS because it was accredited and allowed her to learn at her own pace. She says it fit her needs better than a traditional high school. And Leah learned critical time management and motivational skills so that she was able to complete her studies while still finding time necessary to participate in her other interest. Leah plans to go to Southeast Community College next year and then transfer to the University of Nebraska for further study. Leah, the skills that you've learned will serve you well at the next level in your academic career, as well as for the rest of your life. We wish you well. Naomi Lohr. Naomi has many creative interests. Among those are music, dance, travel, and anything related to cooking, specifically baking and cake decorating. And we just so happen to have some cake here today, so we want you to evaluate it. These interests challenge Naomi, but also give her a sense of accomplishment. In furthering her pursuit of creative activities, Naomi has been accepted to Berklee College of Music in Boston and plans to study jazz vocal performance and music therapy because she wants others to gain the benefits that she's experienced from music. Naomi enjoyed the self-paced nature of UNHS courses and also felt that the curriculum was interesting and substantial. UNHS also gave Naomi the opportunity to build a complete and well-rounded life outside of just school. She reminds others that high school does not have to be your entire identity. Naomi, today we are proud to present you with your well-deserved high school diploma. Congratulations. Nicholas Neeson. Nicholas enjoys physical activities, particularly tennis, basketball, and other outdoor activities. He also has an interest in cars and learning about auto mechanics. He says that individual and team sports are both fun, and they teach a person a lot about themselves and how to work toward a shared goal. Nicholas chose UNHS because it allowed him the freedom to work during his last year of high school. He learned that an online school requires self-discipline, and he particularly appreciated the flexibility that UNHS provided him to study and work hard. His advice to others is to learn to ask for help and do not get discouraged and keep working. Persistence is important in learning. After graduation, Nicholas plans to work and attend college part-time, perhaps Metropolitan Community College or the University of Nebraska at Omaha. He has a passion for computers and helping others, and is also interested in the field of business administration. Nicholas, your hard work has paid off so far, and we're confident that your work ethic and education will continue to lead to additional success in the future. Congratulations. Hannah Olson. Hannah enjoys spending her time on creative activities, so it only makes sense that she would go on to college studying something she could express her creativity in. She'll be studying cosmetology at Joseph's College of Beauty in North Platte, Nebraska. Hannah chose UNHS because she was able to complete her junior and senior years together in order to finish high school in 3 years. She values the independence that she gained while studying and completing courses at her own pace. Hannah, we hope the independence and determination that you gained during your time with us will carry you through your college experience and into a future career. We wish you only the best. Now, fam. Nass starts out with a quote by her, "Never give up your dreams." And that's exactly what she plans to do, and as she thinks about pursuing a career in nursing. UNHS provided Na with friendly and helpful teachers who encouraged her to do her best. UNHS also offered her the flexibility she needed to balance all of her other responsibilities, including being a single mom to her son. Na knows that with effort, resilience, and persistence, any dream can be realized. On behalf of the UNHS staff, we hope you never give up on any of your dreams, and we're happy to present you with your high school diploma. Congratulations. Morgan Ramey. Morgan is quoted as saying, "Be motivated for nobody but yourself." And Morgan knows that her own motivation, self-discipline, and focus allowed her to be successful, as she was involved in so many interests and activities while being a student at UNHS. The self-paced courses at UNHS provided her with the time she needed to pursue her interest in singing, songwriting, poetry, and volunteering with Heartland Equine Therapeutic Riding Academy. Morgan plans on pursuing music performance in college, combining both her childhood passion of singing and newfound interest of songwriting with a minor in business to give her more career options. Morgan, we hope that you take the determination and the confidence that you found in high school into your college career and beyond. Congratulations. Adam Watkins. Adam enjoys reading and chose UNHS because he wanted a homeschool program that offered him a diploma and accredited courses which met college admissions requirements. He is optimistic that UNHS prepared him to do well in college and notes that the UNHS course that he liked the best was AP American History. After graduation, Adam plans to attend Creighton University. His advice to others is to simply work hard. I'm confident Adam will do just that, work hard. And with Adam's permission, I'm happy to mention that Adam's father, Mr. Timothy Watkins, who's with us today, also graduated from UNHS a few years back, I believe the class of 1983, so they both now have diplomas from us. Remember, UNHS is 84 years old, so this can happen. Adam, you have clearly applied your advice of working hard as you stand up here today to receive your diploma from the University of Nebraska High School. Congratulations to you. I wish we had all of our graduates here. This is so much fun to learn and talk about what they've done so far. But now we said that we would allow any students to come up and say a few words, and so we're at that point. So is there anybody in this front row that would like to come and say a few words? Okay.
I'd just like to thank my family for supporting me through my education and in life. Okay, that's it.
I just want to say that I couldn't have done this without the support of my entire family and my friends. And this is the hardest part of life, is getting out of high school and figuring out what you want to do and where you want to go. Don't rush it. Don't push yourself to choose something that you don't know you want to do.
Thanks, Brittany. Spencer.
I just want to say a thank you to my whole family. Yeah, my dad for helping our family get into a situation where we could actually sign up for this school. My mom for nurturing me and providing me a stable environment where I could learn my schooling properly. I want to thank both of my brothers, Alex for kind of mentoring me and helping me figure out what was good social and what was bad social. Richard for always lighting up my day and never making any day a dull day. I want to thank my grandparents also for being a bright smile, always being supportive, and for helping my family along even through hard times. That's all.
Anybody else in the front row? How about the back row? Sometimes you have to practice wait time. No, again, it's voluntary, and so I'll give you one more opportunity. Well, thanks to our students and for those that shared. Those kinds of things remind me and the UNHS staff why we love this work. It's just an honor to have this opportunity to work with these students. So at this time, I'd like Barbara to return and share some closing comments and tell us how to eat.
All right, thank you again. Are you guys a little more relaxed now? See, now it gets even more fun. There's cake. So thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for celebrating these students that we are so excited to present to you. At this point, we'll conclude the ceremony. The graduates will follow me out. We have a photographer who will be taking photos. I think in your program it may give you an indication of how you could later order those photos if you chose. In the meantime, families and friends and our visitors, please, there's cake, punch, looks like lemonade, things in the back. We'll have a brief reception, and then your graduates will rejoin you. And thank you again for being with us today.